Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Dutchin channel. It's time for the results show for Sunday, the 17th of March 2024. Time at the moment is currently 10 past 6 in the evening, and we're going to run through today's results. So, like I always do, I'll start with the spreadsheet, and this is the results page, and down in the bottom hand corner there, we made a profit today of £93.92, but it was surprisingly a good day because there was only 10 betting races. There was 5 at Chepstow and 5 at Huntingdon, so it could have gone seriously wrong when you don't have many races. And Chepstow, we made a profit there of £1.98, and at Huntingdon we made a profit of £91.94. So if you've been following the selections again that I post in the evening and then again sort of around the midday area so we can use them against Betfair, you'd have been up again. So let's run through each race, and remembering that there's a few races today that I didn't bet in because of the National Hunt flat races with plenty of horses that have never run before. I just don't get involved in those. So moving into the second race at Chepstow, the 150, we had Imperial Alex, but it was quite a tight race for a while. And I actually thought my first selection was going to come through and win this. This was Ekapati, and of course that was 13.50 on Betfair. But Imperial Alex was our second selection and won for us. And yeah, no problems with that race. So that put us, with the elusive 50 profit there, one up at Chepstow. Then in the second race, this was my second best bet of the day, but as I said, I don't really bet singles. So, but it was still my second best bet of the day anyway. So this was Haiti Couleurs. And yeah, there's not really much to tell you, really. It won easy enough. And of course, that was another race where we doubled our money. Then we moved into the 3 o'clock at Chepstow, and this was won by Regal Renaissance. Wasn't one I had, and I didn't really do too well in that. Sammy's guarantee was up there for a while and then fell. And then the winner came through strongly, but of course Endless Escape, which was my the outsider of the party, came through to take second. It was quite a close race all the way around. You couldn't pick the winner that easy, but that was the first loss of the day, so it had 2 winners and 1 loser. And then this 3-horse race. The only one I didn't fancy in it was the one that won it, which is typical, but when one of your horses falls and the other one gets brought down, it's leaves one to coast home. Could have happened to have any of those 3 because I made them quite close. But again, now we've thrown away our 2 winners that we started with. So instead of being £100 up there, we've now lost £100 and we're back to level. But this is what happens when you do Dutching, right? And you can't just do it at one meeting, like I said to you yesterday with you Toxeter. That was our worst result so far. But you just have to keep battling on, and the profits will come. Then in the Chepstow 410, we had the favourite, Ballybean, that was pulled up. Didn't run very well. Fulgurix, I thought, had a chance at one point, then that fell. And luckily, we had King of Brazil with only the rest of the money on at 12.68 there at an SP of 410, which basically gave us our money back. So I made about a £2 profit in that. But that's what I said to you about if you're just doing singles, 1 horse, ticket in the bin. But with this, you can get that lucky third selection that just gets your money back and covers all your bets. And that's what I like about it. And then the last race at Chepstow, was one of those national hunt flat races that I don't like, with plenty of runners that hadn't seen a racecourse before. So in the first meeting, we ended up with a £1.98 profit, nothing to write home about. And then Huntingdon was a better meeting all round, I felt anyway. I have downloaded or uploaded all the races from Huntingdon today, so if you want to look at those you can. And the first race was won by Pep Talking. I couldn't have, well, I say I couldn't have had it, it was my full selection, but whenever I lose, it always seems to be the second, my first selection comes second, so yeah, that's what happened, Yellow Jacket. But again, it was one of them races that I suppose could have gone, if you run it 10 times, you most probably would have seen the same horse win twice, that's all. It weren't the greatest of races. Then moving into the second race, we knew we needed a winner here, and duly obliged with Sail Away. It was a second selection, but it come through easily in the end, that one. So I was quite impressed with that. So that brought me back to level at Huntingdon. And then this was another race I didn't really like. There was a lot that had only run once or twice over hurdles. But I came up with 4 selections, and I managed to get second and third. But our 5th selection, the one where we only had £18 left and put on, luckily, that was a short price favourite, and it got us back 40 quid. So the £40 back was only a £10 loss in that race. But as I say, I did have the second and third, as in Land of Far and Patanita. And Patanita went off at 50. So if you do like doing each way, that was most probably one that would have paid well just for a place only. Then we went into the 317. This was the nap of the day that I put out, but it's not something that I advise people to do, because you're just betting one horse in that race. And at some point in the early stages, it made an awful mistake at one of the fences, and its nose touched the grass, and I thought, that's it. The jockey, I don't know how he stayed on, and he came back and won it easily. Absolutely cantered home in the end. So it was a good performance, but it was just that one heart-murmuring moment where you thought to yourself, I've done me money. And you could have easily had the forecast as well. That was the second favourite that came in there. So yeah, if you got on that nap, then well done to you, and you can give us a comment or something on it. Because that's 2 in 2 now I've given the last 2 days. Then in the 352, I didn't expect it to happen, I'll be honest with you. But Wise Guy went off at, I think it was 4 to 9 roughly, and it was going well all the way round, but it never looked like it was going to take over from Totterdown. And I thought, oh, it's going to go next, it's going to go past it, and it never did. So the winner I had there was my top selection at 9.6. So that brought £100 back and a profit of the 50 that we need. So I was happy with that, overturning a big odds-on favourite. And the last race, another one of the National Hunt Flat races with a lot of horses that had never seen a race course. So that was another no betting race. So when we look at Huntingdon, we did get 4 draws out of 5 races, and this what gave us the profit today, really. £91.94 plus the £1.98 from Chepstow gave us a win of £93.92. So when you're only betting on 10 races for the whole day, yeah, I'm really happy with that profit. So if anybody has done better than that today or had some accumulators up, just let us know. Just put it in the comments there. And I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be back tonight. I may be back tonight with some selections for tomorrow, but I won't be doing the prices on them tonight. I will wait until tomorrow lunchtime and then I'll repost anyway. And tomorrow I'll be uploading the full races after they finished, about 10 minutes after they finished, from the Curragh. So that's it, because that's the first day of the official Irish flat season tomorrow. So we'll look at the Curragh. What we'll be betting on tomorrow, let's just quickly go back into the racing post. So that's the top meeting there, the Curragh. So we will be posting those races up. And then you've got Southwell over the jumps, Fontwell over the jumps, and in the evening you've got Newcastle Weather. So I will finish off doing the form, but as I say, that I've done Southwell, and I'm going to now do Fontwell and Newcastle, but they take about an hour and a half to do each meeting, so you won't see that posted for at least maybe around 10 o'clock tonight. But I will carry on doing that very soon. But yeah, at least we've had another win today. So I think that's 11 days now, and 9 winning days and 2 losing days. And the profit now must be up to, I would think, about 1670 in that time, 1670. So try and have a look at this form. You don't necessarily have to pick my selections, but the way I do it with Dutchin is the way forward, not just betting singles. Okay then, so we'll catch up a bit later, and thanks for watching.